what do you think after 30 years of Michael Keaton coming back as Batman in The Flash?
Yes.
Well, I think it's just amazing. I really do. I think he's aged very well. He's looking great. Um, Certainly in the trailer that I saw, I was really impressed. I think, as we spoke previously before going on air, that we missed the fact that the performers are not there and it's very CGI heavy. But that's the way things are now. So for me, seeing the flying, which would have been done CGI and some of the other stuff, yes, you're bound to say that you're a performer. You know what that's like. But I'm eagerly awaiting to see it. I think it's fantastic, and who knows if there is now a chance that Tim may do the third final with him, and maybe I need to try and see if there's a way of getting back in.
Amen.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because I'm still all right. I'm still in good shape and raring to go. But yeah, I think, yeah, he's fantastic. He's, as we know, when he said those famous words, "Yeah, I'm Batman." He's just he's got it. He's got the voice. He's got it all there. He looks great. And but I think what's also helped is the fact that it's even more reinvigorated 89. That the fact that there's more 89 merch out there and stuff, it's kind of pushed my name probably even more out there. And you just don't know. I mean, people are kind of wanting to see something of me, but whether that'll happen, I don't know. Probably highly unlikely. But what one guy has actually done my face sculpt, which does fit on the is it the DX09 or whatever. It's the Hot Toys. So who knows? It's a lot of fun anyway. It's a lot of fun those things. Seeing how people have been so kind with the artwork and design, from some of the stuff I did. So yeah, I'm just loving the fact of how more fans are discovering and hearing these stories, and thanks to you for putting these lovely shows together. It reaches out more, doesn't it? And
Hey, to us, this is more of an honor that you did this for us.
Really.
I mean,
Really.
to have somebody that has lived an incredible
mutual.
life as you have, and like you said, quality over quantity. I mean, Batman 89 certainly has the quality that has lived on. I mean, like I said, it's probably my favorite movie of all time. It's been an inspiration to me. And as a kid, I was like so enamored by knowing how you moved, and like to have the chance to talk to you and tell you about how important your moves were. And that to me as a kid, that I made sure I emulated it to a perfectionist T.
Well, I'm very touched by that.
Well, I just wanted to tell you that it truly speaks volumes, and I couldn't have asked for like a greater person to bring on this show for us. And
Yes.
also,
thank you, everyone.
oh yeah, thank you. I mean, the response, like, I mean, I didn't know what I was going to expect when I first reached out to you, and I just like laid my heart out as a fan. And then when you gave me that lovely response, I was the little kid in me was just like, oh my God.
I could not for you guys. I could not. I mean, it really is. It's beautiful to be doing this. I'm really thankful to you as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're happy to do this, because I was telling all these
you.
guys about like how much of the movie was you, and how important that your language that you created was.
I think the sad thing for me, Colin, was that a lot of it had got kind of glossed over, if you like. I'm not someone who's trying to keep blowing the trumpet, but all I'm saying is, look, if there was another guy, that guy or that lady should have, some kind of appreciation or some honesty. That's all I was saying. And I think what set it off for me was that I was in the lockdown, in the COVID, that I was, another part of my life was looking after people with food, and I used to work for this farming family, and food's a big thing in my life. And in my downtime from helping people get food deliveries and stuff, was I saw on the internet that my photos were popping up, and there'd be sometimes the wrong information, or there'd be the wrong name would be on there. And I'm just like, so I kind of contributed, and then it built from there. And I've been able to sort of put the record straight in a way about things that I'd done. And yeah, I think that's what it's all about. That we know Dave was so good at the fighting, and Sean was great at the stunts that he did. But my forte was those movements, that those kind of fluidity, athletic sequences, and that's all it was to say was, I'm there as well, which has been done now. So we're very grateful.
Oh, we're
Well, it
gonna.
has been done anyway for some time, but it's nice that that keeps building and more people find out about that.
But you have a lot of iconic movements too, and that's what really stood out. And like as you're talking, I'm like looking at the scenes that you're talking about. I'm like, those are some of my favorite scenes too.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Because like that whole like presence you had when you dropped down from the rooftop, it was like just that moment. I'm like, oh wow. And then you're talking about it, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, thank you. No, I mean, I was really thrilled when Johnny Kay, lovely director that did Batman: The Oath, the fan film, and he'd said that was my favorite sequence in the movie, and I was like, wow, so like you've said, Jeff, I mean, I'm so touched by that, and it meant such a lot because that scene did take many takes, in the sense of getting the perfection with the lowering and the timing and the angle and all those things. So again, you put your body on the line. It's quite grueling being on a sort of a harness for a length of time, but you don't think anything about that because you want that to be so perfect. It's a pivotal scene in the movie, and you're perfectionist, and I would have done it another 30 times if it required. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you doing this. This has been fun.
Absolutely.
Like we're talking about showing it our kids. Like I showed my daughter when I went to the theater, and she was actually watching it. A good, yeah.
And the irony about talking about the movie theater and getting everybody for Batman 89 for my birthday is my birthday was 2 days ago too. So here we are. Yeah, so like the best birthday present I could ask for.
And the wonderful thing is as well that we are just reinforcing for anybody out there, young or old, whatever, is just, go for it. Do your performance, do what you love doing, be inspired. I'm always wanting to encourage the young to fulfill their dreams. And, there I was from a very small, sleepy village in Leicestershire. Whoever thought, I would be there doing this, and my favorite. I mean, when I say about Adam, I think for me, with the old series, it was just that whole escapism, isn't it? Which it kind of is, and the gadgets and things. But yeah, I realised that with 89, it's a whole different level. But I think you have to have a sort of a starting point or an influence as well, and so that's why Adam was so good. But yeah, I'm just saying to everybody, especially the young, just don't give up. Just do your dancing, do your singing, do your acting. Just go for it. Live your dreams, and you can only just say, well, I've tried if something does fail, but I think you should just go for it all out, and that's what I did. I mean, I trained a bit later, but it didn't matter because guys can do these things later anyway in life, especially with dance. I mean, it was something that wasn't seemed a career at that time. Maybe, I don't know, but for me, I just thought, what's the best thing I did? I'm so glad I did it, and the people I've met, and all the other stuff like the television work I've done, and pop videos, and the people I've worked with. It's just been fantastic, really. Yeah.